Position 5. I was kind of wondering the same as Trent. Is it a good Ench game? What's the reason for it?
I think it's pretty good because you just want to have this 5 hero who can pretty much secure the Slark's game no matter what. Because they were thinking this last pick most likely going to be an offlaner. And this offlaner is going to be a strong hero against the Slark. So they want to match that offlaner's potential with an even stronger 5 of your own. So it didn't matter what they pick. So now this Ench should be able to counter up the the Phoenix quite well, and the Slark should be able to get free farm in a perfect world.
In a perfect world. Oh, we'll see if they get it. Already grouping up down bottom, trying to contest the bottom bounty runes. Puck realizing there's not really a fight to be had there. And Slark going to get a couple of touches on the Phoenix first.
I was actually thinking, Gary, what would have been really cool is if they picked a carry that could have potentially went middle and had this Kunkka against the possible Enigma offlane. Because Kunkka is actually incredibly good when he plays into the Enigma's lane. You pretty much just like one-shot these Eidolons at some point.
Just Tidebringer, maybe a Randy Torrent.
Yep.
It could be super good. Well, Shadow Shaman, get some free experience. Catches that Enigma as he does deny the first creep out of that wave.
Just to be clear,
Going to be laning up with that K1 Abaddon. He's already got his items queued up. We know what it is. Phase Boots, Wand, Radiance. Ready and raring to go. Theo is going to TP up to try and lane up with the Enigma. Schofield not quite there fast enough to stop his TP. Was a little close.
Alright, Stinger just farmed 2 Eidolons.
Took a bit of damage on his way through, but he's got boots, so he should be able to slip away from the Earth Spirit. There's no Orb of Venom, no boots on the ES. So it leaves K1 alone. Farm up 1 creep out of that first wave. And bottom lane, the 2-man stun. Schofield already asserting his dominance. Fire Spirits and Impale. Getting up in the face of KJ and Coastabile.
Yeah. This lane, I mean, this Phoenix last pick, I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but they don't really have any heroes who can actually kill the egg easily, right? The only way they can kill the egg is Slark has crazy amount of agility stacks late game.
Yeah, because it gives them that team fight with a Supernova, and it also gives them, Sunray with that tanky strength core in K1's Abaddon.
Exactly.
So when they decide to go push towers or high ground or something, you've got that backup.
It's really scary as a Slark too. If you get low and then you pop your ultimate, but then the sun rays on you and it gets stronger, the more you get burned, you might take way too much damage and die as soon as you come out of the Shadow Dance.
Yeah, it can be a tough one, especially when you've got Carapace and stuns and X-Mark, which you can't deal with, right? There's always going to be that threat of the Kunkka catching the Slark.
That's what I was thinking, picking Slark against Kunkka is so scary.
Yeah, we used to see it mid lane to try and match up against the Kunkka because Slark could lane decently in that kind of melee versus melee, but then you think about the mid game, the late game, you need a BKB.
The last time we saw that matchup though, the Kunkka was able to slay the Slark. It was the match where Beastcoast played against No Ping.
Oh yeah.
Slark, yep. That did not end well for him. So far, mid, it looks exactly the same as game number 1, Gary. The first 3 levels, Puck does well against the Kunkka, and then the Kunkka catches back up, and then Puck and Kunkka is pretty much just a wash.
Yeah, just a farm trade between them.
It's all going to come down to the first power rune, who gets it. Last game, the map really got blown up the moment Chris Luck got that Arcane rune and started playing topside.
That's the thing, right? It's not just who gets the rune, but what is the rune?
Yeah, exactly. Because that was an illusion. He wouldn't be able to do that, right? He wouldn't have so much sustain and low cooldown.
No, he'd
we'll
just
see what he
stick
gets
mid.
this game.
KJ bottom. Popped the Fairy Fire just before he got stunned. So it looks like he's alright as the leash comes out, pouncing onto Nyx.
Earth Spirit, though.
Just touching him as Earth Spirit zapped down by Stinger. Both side lanes. Some real oppressive aggression from every single hero. And it does keep King out here, continually denying creeps. So at least they got that going for them. Earth Spirit straight back up towards that top lane. Full HP, full mana, level 2 now. Could think about going and rolling straight on top of the Shadow Shaman, so a bit of revenge coming. As K1 is going to slip away, needs to escape, so Stinger, he turns to fight King Owl, but dies instead.
He's got to get the top rune on the Earth Spirit right now. He's got nothing else to do here. 10 seconds. It would be nice if Edge can also go towards the bottom rune. She's much faster than the Nyx. They're not doing it. Where's the rune? Oh,
Chris Lock gets it again. Not an arcane though, the other purple rune.
Yeah, I mean this will set up a kill on the Enigma or even the Slark. Invis up, X mark.
They're trying to relieve some of that pressure bottom. I keep running at this Nyx, but he's got boots and stick. 4.5 HP regen a second, just naturally without even worrying about tangos. Doing perfectly fine. While top lane, K1 under tier 1, pops the Fairy Fire. He's trying to retreat away. There's no roll for 4 seconds. So it looks like he'll be grand. Just gets salved up by Stinger. The roll cancels it out.
Cancelled. Big cancel,
Theo,
actually.
Great play there. Straight on top of the Abaddon as the shackles now. K1 turns to battle him. There is a Malefice level 2 here to put onto the Abaddon, but they've got so much damage and the right clicks through that Curse of Avernus. Clear through the Earth Spirit.
Yeah. I mean, Earth Spirit,
those bounty runes.
Sure is going to come back top and try to go for a kill onto K1. 2 more seconds left.
Adriana doesn't get the second bounty. Man, K1 really is playing this to the very edge. Yeah.
I mean,
not expecting the level 5 puck, I guess.
Exactly. Even if the puck wasn't there, though, he was going to die to Theo. Just get rolled on, kicked into the Enigma, Islands, Enigma, just kill him.
But bottom lane, Slark, out of mana, out of HP, out of life.
Ooh, tried to dodge the last Fire Spirit, but got hit with it anyway. Very nice. This mana burn build is going to be very annoying for the Slark, right? Later on in the game, too. You saw it right there. He can't really do much if he doesn't have any mana.
Yeah, it's a game where he desperately needs BKB. You know, thinking about the Kunkka, now the Nyx Assassin. Slark, super reliant on his mana pool, which is incredibly small.
He actually went for... Oh, Whisper? Nice.
It's alright. Look what Rune Kunkka has now, Theban.
Oh god, the good one. He invises pops the invis Tifa's bottom with the ghost ship.
The third rotation into the off lane of the entire DPC by Chris Luck. Arcane Rune invis looking for the Slark, so he's going to X, he's going to boat. He's popped the Arcane Rune, it'll catch Coast to Beal.
He wasted it.
He tries to get out of there, but Schofield's ready with a stun. The finishing touch from Chris Luck's needed under the tower. They get it done. Schofield does lose his courier in the midst of it all, while up at top lane, it looks like K1 and Stinger were trying to get on top of Theo. They can't break past him to deal with the Enigma, so SG are still... Oh, bottom lane KJ stuck down here as well still. Stunned up by the Nyx and a double for Chris Luck.
And they still got the catapult alive, so they can actually play for this tower too. Phoenix gonna keep that catapult alive while the wave comes in. Kunkka finishes the next creep wave off. Things are looking super good.
Yeah, they put the K1 about in mid.
Yeah, they got nice juicy stacks as well for the Kunkka to get right after he takes us to bottom tower in the jungle.
Oh, dude, jeez. Who's been doing that? Who's had the time to do that?
Who else is a support? Yeah, get the double stacks going. Easy peasy. They're gonna get all the tier 1 items from those stacks too.
Well, SG still. Nice little check mark in that box. Tier 1 top. King Hour's level 6 with his Necro book. So the Enigma still looking pretty hot in this position 3 role. And carving out a bit of space for themselves. Ooh, clearing out stacks potentially as well as the puck. Adriana, yeah. Let's take out the medium camp. Double man coil. Roll in onto Stinger. The boat's coming through, but kick back, snaps the coil on the Kunkka. Trapped inside that creep camp now, and Enigma, where's the black hole? I don't know if it's even leveled up yet. He's holding a point, but they're going to burn through Theo. Schofield wants to catch an additional one. Mana burn, no stun. Adriano, he's got nothing left to give. So the X mark here, no phase shift. Can't evade the follow through from Beastcoast. A bit of retribution for them.
Yep, all they really got was a shaman, right? And the camp there, so they're going to be happy with that. Chris Luck can just easily clear up these camps. This is level 4 Tidebringer. Slark's bottom. Still not level 6 yet. We'll get it after these creeps. It's very slow to farm.
It just feels like he's playing catch-up in every game, Costabil. Getting so heavily pressured. Whisper diving towards the Enchantress. King Owl does have Black Hole, pops the Mango, chucks it forward, but the Carapace, Schofield was there to reset. The Egg's going to get taken down. 3 heroes converge on it. Finish it off as the Enigma does slip away. The kick there with the silence. 2 men hit, and the Orb forward will find them 3 kills.
Very nice. Tidebringer missed. Didn't get the Enigma. Spike Carapace was nice, but the Egg was way too far on the left side there. Just 3 heroes pummeling onto that.
Dire's middle tower is under
And SG, they're just right back in it. This Necrobook is very nice build, I think, from the Enigma Gary. It does a lot of damage this early into the game.
And they
Just
found
like
Stinger.
Beastmaster.
Another easy kill. Yeah, because we've seen the Dazzle roleplay as the Beastmaster, right? This is like a similar thing for the Enigma to do.
Yeah. It's better because Enigma also has a stun. Same like Beastmaster.
Oh, he's got a couple of big stuns. Allows him to farm so quickly too.
That actually gives so much space to the Slark. He pushed bottom out quite a bit. Has got a 1 round of jungle creeps as well. I think he's caught right back up in terms of XP and gold.
Hey, he's overtaken the K1 Abaddon now. And speaking of, what's he looking like? 2,000 saved up?
Is he going from... Wait, hold on. Is he going for the straight Midas? And then gonna buy
I'm not
Radiance
sure.
after? That we'll see. I mean, he hasn't bought the gloves already, right? Because gloves on Abaddon is amazing for your passive attack speed, farm faster. But it just makes me feel like he's just gonna go for the Radiance.
And do you reckon it's one of those things like if he dies again, he's like, okay, Radiant's going to be too slow. I'll go for the Midas. But if I can
That's
stay
quite
alive just
possible.
farming jungle,
Yeah.
keep on going towards that big item timing. A bit of a lull now as Black Hole being down. The Enigma not sticking up in that top lane. Has to kind of come back down towards bottom. Puck with coil ready, going for the Witchblade first. So we're not going to have that blink initiation from Adriano. Just the
He did
right
the
click
same
power
build last
instead.
game too. It looks like that's his preference. Just the Witchblade. Lots of damage. Good tank ability. Int.
is under attack.
Such a nice item. You know what it reminds me of? The old Blade Mail? The one where it gave so much int. And you saw
Yeah.
Queen of Pain, Blade Mail every game. Or Nature's Prophet
Blade Mail. Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Man, those mid-Nature's Prophet days were pretty fun. Those Blade Mail, TP to lanes, stand your ground and fight. SG gonna scout into the triangle. Stacks have already been cleared though. They're still gonna get a good coil onto Crystallox Kunkka. And that boat
so
doesn't do
nice.
too much for you.
Yep,
Nice little
didn't
pick-off.
land there in time. Very good.
Phoenix,
I mean, he's
meanwhile, with a Shadow Shaman, they're diving onto King Owl. There is no Black Hole, so no turnaround here. Maybe the Earth Spirit can roll in time. He's just going to give a kick, a silence, turn with a stun and the Midnight Pulse. But they've got Puck arriving. Roll misses, Whisper being focused, silenced up, killed off. And Puck's going to keep going for this Stinger Shadow Shaman. So it's not just a 1-for-1 trade, it's going to be a 3-for-1 as SG react beautifully.
Puck got the kills too. That's probably the hero after Sark. You don't want getting the kills. He's got the Witchblade. He's gonna have a blink pretty soon as well.
A DD rune. I could look for this tier 1 tower mid. It's sat about 500 HP.
Dire's
Slacks
middle
here.
tower is under attack.
2 heroes dead, just helping out a bit.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And this is one of those issues, you know, with the Wraith King, with the Abaddon, you are waiting for that item timing, right? The entire team is kind of on tenterhooks. Where are you? Where are you? Do you have it yet? Are we there yet? It's the kid in the back seat on a holiday.
I mean, it's 12 minutes into the game though. It just kind of feels like Beastcoast are making too aggressive of moves this early into the game, where they just kind of have to bunker it down, get some vision up, farm. If they run into your high ground, then you turn the fights with the Egg and the Kunkka boat. But because the Kunkka got picked and they were making a play at the same time, it just made Beastcoast so thin in terms of where they can be on the map.
Well, they'll try and mount their own offensive on the mid lane.
They got a relic now in the Abaddon, so I mean, he's farming very quickly.
Dire's structures are
That's for sure.
Yeah, they've got a Shackles here. Sunray to burn into KJ. Torrent keeps her held in place, and the Serpent Wall is going to work onto that tower as well. As it looks like the Nyx getting picked off there. Theo and Adriano get straight on top of him.
Necro 3's here.
Schofield
Middle tower has fallen.
not available for this fight, and a DD Punk is a pretty spooky hero to come in on a two-man coil. Snapping it onto Chris Luck with a kick. Beautifully done, but the Supernova with the boat, they're all buffed up, and they can't focus the egg. So it looks like disengage time for Beastcoast as they will fall back. Stinger's going to get slowed. The little warrior there, little archer getting on top of the Shadow Shaman. Kick back into the waiting arms of Coastabile. Give him some Agi, the first permanent Agi stack of the game.
Under attack.
DD Puck, Necro 3s. SG, they're hitting a pretty big timing right now. It was a nice play to go for the Kunkka, kick him back, but I think he got clipped by that boat, so he got the damage reduction, and then he also got the Abaddon shield, removing the disables, negating a lot of that damage. Until the Slark gets big, it's going to be hard to kill the Abaddon and the Kunkka when they're sticking together.
Well, they're contesting this stack. It's a juicy one. Slark wants in, but Nyx and Kunkka have done a good job there, clearing through the majority of it. They've stunned the Shadow Shaman, but missed out on the Pounce leash. Shadow Dance there to try secure the kill, but not enough damage. And this is all time, all space creation for Abaddon, who is closing in, halfway towards the Radiance recipe. Just a minute or so away. Breaking up high ground into the triangle. Nyx, Invis, still spotted by this Necro 3. Slowed down. A little purge creep, chasing into a Schofield.
Middle tower is under attack.
And back into high ground they go, get that bounty. And
Wait.
Beastcoast, I mean, I really don't want them fighting here, Gary.
They've caught the puck.
Oh, they
The
got
puck's
puck
alone.
first. The ward.
If they can take down Adriano before they can react, the phase shift and all, but Jaunt, no. Still dead. An X-Mark now onto the Enigma with the boat coming. He does have
Got a
Black Hole
Black
ready,
Hole.
but inside the Serpent wards, he's just being shredded. Tries to break
Very
his way out of the
nice.
cage, but beautifully done. I was wondering, that Beast Coast smoke looks so awkward, but very well executed.
That ward and catching off the puck, who was trying to make his way towards bottom, maybe check out the bounty rune. I mean, that was going to be an awkward fight if it was like 4 versus 3, but because the puck was going on his own and was under vision, ended up being completely awful for them.
Again,
It's weird, right? To take engagements before the Radiance on the Abaddon.
yeah, and when they're all half HP. Like all the Dire heroes were like 60%, 50% HP, and they still go for it. But there we go.
Guys got it.
It's time.
Yep.
K1 looks pretty... He's still got Midas queued up. But he should be pretty ready to go and battle now. Mantis Star going to be coming up reasonably quickly. As Beast Coast probably want to get some use out of this Phoenix. And they're going to take down an illusion. Realizing that's not the real one. Theo is skating off somewhere else, but an X mark onto Adriano. Phase shift, trying to dodge, drags it back still, but not into the torrent. The Hex though, Stinger. Where's the Shackles? Not coming. Jaunt back, and the Black Hole. King Ow's there. The boat's going to cancel it with the torrent. And K1 is burning them with its Radiance. They've killed Stinger, but lost their Pulse 3 as the Supernova lands, and Adriano's just going to get chased down. Chris Luck getting on top of the puck. Theo kicks and snaps the coil. Phoenix stuck up with Coastabile. The Slar goes to work, but they can't kill off the Phoenix. There's a shield, there's heals, there's all kinds of saves coming from the Dire team. Coastabile can't stick on a target, and he's got to dip.
All right. I mean, all things considered, Beastcoast, pretty big win for them. They only lose the Shaman. Enigma had to use the Black Hole there, so once they heal up, they can just get right back on the map and go do that again. This Kunkka, he's so tanky right now. And with that halberd, it's making it really hard for the Slark to just go into the fight and stick onto someone.
It's another
the
save,
Slark now-
basically, isn't it? That halberd.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to think about, the Slark has to think about X Mark, Nyx Assassin Stun, Mana Burn, Shaman disables, now the halberd. Oh man, it's really hard for him for the time being. That's why he's going for the Sanjin Yasha, get that 25% status resist. He's hoping for a Titan Sliver as well later. And if he can get those 2 items, then he's going to be able to fight.
I mean, do you reckon he has to go BKB after the SNY?
It's
Probably has
quite
to.
possible. Yeah, I think so. Against the X Mark, definitely.
Slark's still hunting even after losing the Enchantress. Misses the pounce on Stinger. And there's the X into boat. Drag Coastabile back. Stinger very low. They hex up the Earth Spirit. Forcing the Shadow Downs as well. Do pop the Shadow Shaman, and King Ao is walked back in here, but no Midnight Pulse, just a
K1's here.
Malefice. And you're right, K1 Pops the borrowed time, walks forward aggressively. Curse to deal frontlining, just face tanking everything. Dragged back into the torrent, dodges it, but the next assassin ready. The coil stops him from chain stunning, and the dark pack comes, but the shield
my
pops.
God.
K1 with a double kill off the back of a shield. Adriano's trying to waiting rift down it here. Orb, Jorn, get away from the torrent. Still has an urn on him.
He's
alive.
fine.
TPing home.
It looked like he was maledicted for some reason.
The park,
I don't know if
yeah.
it's like the cosmetics,
The
and
arcane rune.
Urns. Yeah, the arcane rune, exactly. Okay, so yeah, check this fight out. Like the Slark, he's jumped onto the Nyx. Nyx goes in with the pure damage, and then the Abaddon clicks a shield onto the Nyx, and then with that Dark Pact also burning his HP, just blows up.
Oh man,
that was crazy amount of burst damage. He did not expect that on the Slark at all.
And that's not like a super squishy Slark. That's a Slark.
No, he's not.
With Echo, with Strength Treads, with Sanji sitting at over 2,000 health.
He was also on Agi Treads because I think he was switching through while clicking the spells. So he lost 200 HP from being on Agi Treads. He lost 300 whatever HP through like the Dark Pact, and then the shield popped, and it just kind of blew up like that.
That's awkward.
Very awkward. And now he's like starting to fall behind as well instead of just finishing up this SNY, playing to his item timing. He was like a recipe away from finishing his SNY the whole time. And now the Abaddon and Kunkka, like look at their net worth. They're so good right now.
Exactly. They're straight back on track. The classic Beastcoast. K1 and Chris Luck up at the top. And Whisper's Phoenix finally has that level 2 Supernova with Spirit Vessel and Veil heading into Shiva's Guard. Is going to offer so much team fight.
Yeah, Shiva's Guard is deadly. Like this game is getting to a point where this Slark is not going to be able to play Dota anymore. And they also won't be able to play into the Phoenix Egg either. Sorry, misclick. Okay, no problem, Chris Luck. We can forgive you for that.
How do you misclick pause? What hotkey is your pause on? Do you keep it on F9?
Yeah.
How do you misclick all the way over there?
I don't know. Maybe he's I don't know. Maybe he plays with like F5 to 8 for his spells. Who knows, dude?
Yeah, that's true. Maybe his F8 key is like send courier to him or something, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Nah. He's got Ghost Ship on F8.
God, please no. He's gonna walk straight into the Earth Spirit. He's got BKB on his Kunkka though. Man, SG, are you sure you want to fight this? Yes, you have Black Hole, but Chris Luck is a monster. They go with the Magnetize onto Stinger. Adriano jumps. They blow up the Shadow Shaman. But now comes K1 with Whisper ready to Supernova. They've got King Hour from the high ground, Black Hole and Chris Luck. He didn't get the BKB off.
Right.
They didn't get that magic immunity on the Kunkka, so now Whisper's stuck inside the coil. SG absolutely wanted to fight that.
Nice. I mean, that was a perfect pick because the Earth Spirit went in, found the Shadow Shaman, and that's the first hero they want to kill, right? You get rid of the Hex, you get rid of the Shackles. And he has such low HP in comparison to the rest of Beastcoast team, so most efficient kill they can find. And as soon as it's 4 versus 5, with the Black Hole, they can just do whatever they want. If you think about it, the only way they can cancel Black Hole once the Shaman's dead is Nyx stun, right? Or Kunkka. So if you get Black Hole on one of them, or both of them, they won't be able to stop anymore.
Fight's over. I get rid of Roshan now. And he just Slark gonna feel much better about himself. And BKB is queued up and on the way.
His net worth is a little bit concerning though. The pace that he's farming at right now. So most of this Aegis timing is gonna be spent farming that BKB. But once they get that BKB on the Slark, he's gonna be hitting another power spike.
And then you have these kind of interesting fights where the Radiant want to extend them to get that Slark, you know, kind of guerrilla tactics, in and out, dodging and diving. And against an Abaddon and a Kunkka, he can rack up some serious Essence Shift stacks. Beastcoast going to be very wary of that.
Can he get a bunch of stacks against Abaddon Manta and getting silenced instantly? Even if you purge it off, by the way, the illusions are going to reapply that curse.
That's true.
So it's.
Wait, is he going Echo on the Abaddon as well?
Yeah, he is. Double tap.
Oh, it's going to be painful for the Slark.
Yeah.
Echo with the Abyssal.
the more I think about it, I'm starting to wonder, does the Slark really counter this Abaddon?
I don't know.
Like, he just gets the... Like, you can remove the silence with the Dark Pack one time, right? And then you just get instantly silenced again. Because you got 2 illusions and an Echo Saber hitting you. And then you're slowed. And then you can't man-fight him.
It's like one of those rules in my head where it's like Slark good against strength heroes against Abaddon. But you're right, itemization can change that dynamic so very quickly. He's got the Echo done. He's going to have that Basher pretty damn quickly. And what have SG got out of that Aegis? Northwest outpost. Grab up a tower. They do trade tower for tower, though. They're keeping themselves on the map, but it still feels like Beastcoast kind of equally farming against them. Walk straight into the Slog. X him back and force the Shadow Dance. Stunning him. Yep. Dark Pact is off cooldown again. Can they keep this chase going? Burning him with a Sun Ray. Jumping forward with the Nyx mana burn. The Mist Coil pops the Aegis. Super long range follows him through the pounds. And now the boat. How well timed is it? The Torrent and the boat, they both miss. Chris Luck slightly off the mark. King Ao does have Black Hole here under their tier 2, and Adriano jumps in, but the high ground Supernova beautifully placed, and they just keep giving chase. The 4-man coil, but where's the follow through? They're straight onto Theo, shackled him up, Earth Spirit destroyed. And Chantress out here, down on the low ground, but Beast Coast, they come in, they strike, they get what they came for, and they fall back.
Yeah, and Phoenix also killing off King Artie here, next to the Ancient area.
They want to keep on fighting. Missing the stun on the Nyx Assassin, though. Axe marking Enchantress with another Torrent. Kunkka.
Slark?
He's not looking too hot. Enchantress down, and Slark just had to run away.
He got like 1 hit off and has to instantly pounce out. Oh man. This feels really bad for Slark, and they're just getting constantly chased down. SG, how are you going to turn these fights around?
Is Puck okay over here? It's getting a little bit spooky.
He's alright. I mean, there's not a whole lot of disables on Beast Coast unless they can hex him with the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's top right now. So it's alright.
Yeah, the Nyx with a blink is always a worry.
True. Very true.
I'm taking that bottom outpost now. Shadow Shaman manages to address that top wave. Get a bit of vision down. Still a significant...
10-second BKB with Black Hole.
That's what this smoke's all about.
Yep, and they got the BKB on the side too, so big power spike.
They catch the Kunkka. That's a huge pick-off if they can take him. He pops his BKB and runs back with the Essence Ring. Meanwhile, Slark going to work with a Black Hole onto Whisper, focus the Phoenix, kill him off. No team fight for Beast Coast any longer as Chris Luck still being chased. Pounced yet again. Glimmercage under his tower. The Serpent Wall's there, but goes to Beal on a killing spree as the borrowed time from K1 allows him to do a bit more damage and trade back for 1. But the Slark is finally getting his job done. Able to hit heroes. Is he diving for more? That's risky.
It's very risky. You don't want to be fighting into those illusions of the Abaddon. You will get silenced. So you just stop. I mean, they used the Black Hole though on the Phoenix, right? So when Beast Coast are up, they're gonna run back at SG, and they're gonna get this Nyx, try and catch someone. Stark also popped the BKB, so that's down to 9 seconds now. And these early BKBs are so important. How SG use them, because you're playing up against a lot of disables when it comes to team fights.
Yeah, like what the first like 3 charges, they've got to kind of dominate these team fights. Oh, I like that glyph.
What?
I like that glyph top.
Don't kill the wave.
Keep the Slark there, right? Make him stay there, catch him, stun him, silence and bash him.
BKB though.
Has to BKB. Pounce ready, but the massive damage from that Vendetta strike. That glyph, honestly, Chris Luck, pause all you want. That was beautiful. Whoever called for that glyph is like mind gaming the shit out of Slark.
How did that actually work? There's no... Like, it's Slark, come on, man. You look at the minimap, there's nothing. They did... Why?
By the way, that's the second misclick he's done on the pause. Excuse me?
Yeah, he disconnected, though. I think he disconnected on purpose. He's like, oh, shit, I paused the game. I can't say it's an accident.
K1 said misclick. K1 said, sorry, Chris Luck, misclick.
Yeah, but he disconnected, though. You know, is he covering up for the misclick?
Who knows?
Like, nah.
He's back now,
But seriously, like, why did he go back into the creep wave?
They're in his head.
What? Oh, no. He was too tempted.
It was
Like,
such
there
a
could have
juicy-
been
it
a
was a-
glimmered up.
A double wave, man.
Yeah.
It's so juicy.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
At least the tier 1 tower top. Roshan's still 2 minutes away at the very least. And the Dire team are the ones to get the Titan Sliver. Did we see what the Radiant got yet? Ceremonial
K1
robe and
has-
an elven tunic.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's
Elven
top
Tunic is
tower
amazing for
under
the
attack.
Abaddon, right? Wait, was it Radiant or Dire? who got that?
Radiant had
Oh,
one. Yeah, Dire got the Titan Sliver,
Okay.
which Kunkka's holding right now.
Radiant's top tower.
Let's see. There's a ceremonial robe available too. Nyx can take that. Very nice item for him. I think K1 is hoping for an Elven Tunic for himself. He wants that attack speed and the evasion. So good. Radiance, evasion against the Slark. He's going to be unstoppable on
Oh,
Abaddon.
He doesn't get one, sadly. Not yet, anyway.
Yep, has a cloak or... Yeah, he's going to take the cloak. Okay. So double burn. Hell yeah. Let's go.
The Immolation Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Enigma now with a blink, BKB.
Radiant's middle
That's
tower
another
is
team
under
fight
attack.
swinging item that King Ao
Dire's
can bring to the
bottom
table.
tower is under attack.
Beastcoast just sweeping through every part of the jungle, making sure they're clearing jungle camps, gaining gold, and taking all that farm away from SG at the same time. Like, the Radiant Triangle is empty right now. Super sad. When's it rapier time for the Slark? He's got MKB
not.
queued up, and I'm like,
No. This Sark is one of the heroes who really doesn't buy rapier unless you picked it up from your enemy's corpse. So
Dire are
probably not gonna get that. MKB is surprisingly really good because it still gives you attack speed.
oh yeah, true, and you got this Echo Saber to double tap people.
I wonder when we're gonna see Witchblade Slark.
Ooh, BKB. Adriano's got one, and they black hole Chris Luck. Can they pump enough damage into the Kunkka? No, he's still alive, and
Yeah.
the boat's coming. Serpent Wall's dropped. They've traded out Stinger, but it's going to be a huge fight for Beastcoast. Theo King Ao destroyed as the Torrent Storm causing chaos. Slark has the BKB shouted out TP. Nothing to stop him right now, or is there?
They got him.
Schofield
They
with the
got
blink
him.
stun, catches and kills. A double for Chris
Disaster.
Luck. Roshan's up in 8 seconds. It couldn't be more perfectly timed for Beastcoast.
Not only did they win the fight, that was the Enigma Black Hole that was spent. Like, he used it without the Slark being nearby. And that was on a full HP Kunkka. So you know when he comes out of that Black Hole, he's still going to have a... Yeah, look at this. That was a full HP Kunkka they went on with the Midnight Pulse. They unloaded everything, but it wasn't enough. He still had like 20% life left. Abaddon came in. Phoenix Egg pops. Because he just had to use it at the same time the Black Hole was going. And the Slarky real quickly realizes that he can't really do anything. Just had to try and TP out, but too late.
Not something
Nyx
he
comes
wanted to
in
be
with the blink
involved in
stun.
anymore.
I really like this Blink Dagger Nyx, by the way. We've seen a lot of Nyxes, and they tend to not go Blink, but it seems like it's still the best item for that hero.
Yeah, it looks so hot, especially against this Slark.
into the Dire.
I mean, this
It makes
this
it so
Ven-
that you... Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna, the Vendetta pure damage 450 is like a quarter of Slark's HP just from one hit,
Yeah.
and he's
So-
saving it for him.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you don't go the dagger, you're now relying on your vendetta to be able to open the engagements, right? Instead, you get the dagger, now you blink stun, and then you use a vendetta on a target that you want to finish off, like the Slark.
Yeah, super potent stuff.
Abyssal Blade, Abaddon too.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
With
I
the
mean, now
cheese.
if the Anima tries to black hole the Kunkka, you can always use the Abyssal to cancel that. You can also Abyssal the Slark after the Dark Pact. Silence him up with your Manta, kill him. He's actually just playing like Spectre on Abaddon.
Yeah, you're right. Like the Echo Saber is a bit different, but everything else is identical to how Spectre was playing last patch, wasn't it? Dust up onto Schofield, catching the Ench in the Torrent. Chris Luck, not wanting to push his luck, still standing there and breaking down buildings. They're going to try and go on Schofield here. Pretty tanky Nyx Assassin though, gets his carapace off, stunning up the Puck and the Earth Spirit, so the boat crashes onto his head and now a stun from the Nyx. Onto the Enchantress, And 2 supports dead without buyback means they can just keep on diving. Torrent Storm there, Slark caught up in all the stuns. I think it's game over. Slark's gone for 75
like it.
more seconds. They've got no black hole. It's ready in 5.
Radiant's bottom
What's King Al got up his sleeve? Can he get a 5-man here? Because he bloody needs
Well,
it.
they have a tier 2 tower mid up, so they're not gonna get megaed. So that's fine. I think Stark's gonna be alive. They're gonna stick around. They know they have their black hole. They're just gonna play towards that, Gary.
Radiant's top
And he heals
Puck
up
also
Kunkka,
cleared the wave.
pops his cheese.
has been killed.
And they actually need somebody to push bottom out. That's
Yeah.
the big problem here. Bottom wave is coming in, so there's not gonna be any backdoor protection.
Slark has buyback now. There it is. Enigma waiting in the trees.
Wanna defend.
Trying to get in on top of them, but they've got the stuns. So much disable. Theo just blown completely up. The supernova in the back with the black hole. King L, where is it? Comes too late. He's stunned.
Oh, got bashed!
He got cancelled out. Disaster
Not bad.
strikes for SG. Slark in the middle of 3 heroes now, and Beastcoast is going to turn and face up against their opponent, slap them down. Torrent storms. Torrent, the real one, lands. Coastabile has to run away, but he's X-marked back into the waiting arms of K1. Chris Luck with a triple, and SG completely out of it. An ultra kill for Kunkka. Let's give it to him. Where's the rampage? King Owl, stop spider legging away. Get back into Battle Boy.
Top barracks are under
That was the most unfortunate thing I've seen. Like, that was so nice, right? They went in with the BKBs, they killed the egg off, and then Enigma drops the black hole, but as he's black holing, the right click from the Abaddon bashed him.
Dire's
Man.
structures are
He was in the black hole. What?
Radiant's middle tower.
Unlucky for King RD.
I mean,
your
that would have
Slark
been
just-
the comeback right there.
Slark just
at
died
least, like,
back.
Possibility. Exactly.
Radiant's middle
Mega creeps incoming, and Beast Coast really putting out of contention any chance of tiebreakers. They want to be top spot. They're going to BKB up, jump in, Abyssal Blade, stun, catch, kill, and slay. Stinger is inside that coil, and they have managed to disengage with Adriano off to the right-hand side, but losing Theo now, getting the tips from the Beast Coast squad, and losing that final lane of barracks means the mega creeps are coming, and SG don't stand a chance. As Puck is shackled and burnt by the sun ray, everybody's dead.
They don't wanna GG out, Gary. This is like their major dreams right here. Just slipping away.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They have been destroyed by Beast Coast.
15 seconds. He's almost up on the Sark. So is the Air Spirit.
Let's see it
Not
with
ending
this.
the game quite yet.
Midnight
There's still
Pulse.
Aegis on the Kunkka.
Yeah, and he's diving fountain. He just wants to go in. Supernova in the fountain. Sunray from the supernova burning into King Owl. Trying to focus it down. The disarm and the egg lands. The boat comes crashing on. The big shark. The Megalodon slapping down the Enchantress. And Chris Luck, he's got the help of that Abyssal Blade from the Abaddon. Stuns up Coastabile for a second as they do focus now on the throne. Borrowed time to go. You could go diving a little bit deeper there. Coastabile still playing with them. Gets the kill on Schofield, but the throne has fallen and good game is called. Beast Coast with a 2-0 victory, securing that 6-1 record and putting SG in that sad position of